Morning friends, I am Krishna Rao. Let us discuss about ball bearings. This is fifth module and 10th question in the exam. What is ball bearing? First of all, let us see what is bearing. Bearing is a member that supports a rotating load. It also reduces the friction between moving and stationary parts. How the bearings are classified? What are the application of bearings? Bearings are used in machine tool spindles where the spindle is rotating and the headstock is supporting the spindle. Automobile wheels are rotating, axle is supporting the wheels. Aeroplane engine, domestic fans, motors, turbines, toys, etc. Wherever there is a rotating member, and that has to be supported by bearing here. The classification of bearings are broadly classified as journal bearings and anti-friction bearings. Journal bearings are two types: hydrostatic bearing, hydrodynamic bearing. Whereas the anti-friction bearings have two types: ball bearings and roller bearings. The name is given depending on the load carrying member. If the load carrying members are spherical balls, they are called as ball bearings here. And if the load is carried by rollers, they are called roller bearings. In roller bearings, we have three types here. One is a cylindrical roller bearing. Then we have spherical roller bearings, taper roller bearings, and thrust roller bearings here. Some cut sections of ball bearings here and roller bearings, taper roller bearings. We have the load is carried by balls here called ball bearing. Here cylindrical rollers called as roller bearing. We have taper rollers called as taper roller bearing. In any of these bearings there are three important parts: inner ring, which is mounted on the shaft, outer ring mounted in the casting, and the load carrying member called the ball or roller, and they are maintained at a certain distance by a member called case. Case is a retainer. Inner ring, outer ring, load carrying member ball, and the retainer, the clip like thing is called the retainer. Here the retainer is a brass ring here. This is a brass ring. Coming to journal bearings, we have a bush bearing, footstep bearing, collar bearing. If the load is less, single collar; load is more, multi-collar bearing. This is a typical plumber block, which is a journal bearing, which you have drawn in your machine drawing. This is a colorful view of the plumber block. We have the shaft, which is supported on the bearing, which is again separated by lubricating oil. There is a oil to reduce the friction between the rotating member and non-rotating member. Let's specifically talk about the ball bearings now. Your ball bearing has got three dimensions: the diameter of the shaft, which is same as the diameter of the bearing. If you say 50 mm diameter shaft, it is 50 mm diameter bearing. Then outside diameter of the bearing, then the width of the bearing. Small d is the inside of the bearing, is called diameter of the shaft. Outside diameter of the bearing, then width of the bearing. Then this bearing carries two types of loads: axial load and radial load. Axial load is load acting along the axis of the bearing, along the axis of the shaft. Radial load acts perpendicular to the shaft, is called radial, axial and radial loads of the bearings. Then bearing manufacturer always specifies the capacity of bearing in two ways. One is the static capacity, other one is a dynamic capacity. What do we mean by static capacity? It is the load that can be carried by the bearing in static condition, how much load the bearing can carry without deforming by not more than 0.01% of the ball diameter, 0.0001 of the diameter. The load that is responsible to cause a deflection of the ball by 0.0001 into the diameter. That is called as static capacity. This is tested under static condition. Coming to dynamic load capacity, it is the load on the bearing, inner ring, outer ring stationary, inner ring rotating, and this is tested in dynamic condition. The load capacity that the bearing will work for 1 million revolutions of the life of bearing 1 million revolutions. The load that can be applied on the bearing that gives a life of 1 million revolutions is called dynamic load capacity. If you take 100 bearings, 90% of bearings will sustain this load. There may be a chance of 10% failure. These two values of C and C0 are always specified by the bearing manufacturers in the catalog. Generally, if you say life of bearing, it always refers to only L10, that is 10% chances, 90% reliability. For better reliability, we have to convert this to a higher value. Then coming to the nomenclature, C0 is static capacity, C is the dynamic capacity. These two are published in the tables. L is the life of bearing in million revolutions, LH life of bearing in hours, P equivalent load which converts the given radial and axial loads into one single value. In the problem, the bearing will be subjected to one radial load, one axial load. Adding these two in a certain fashion by multiplying with two factors called radial load factor and thrust load factor, convert these two into one equivalent load. This is called equivalent load on the bearing. Then designation of bearing. As per Indian standards, Bureau of Indian Standards, there are 3 series of bearings available in the market. 02 is also called light series, 03 is medium series, 04 is heavy series, and they are given in table numbers 24, 60, 61, 62, page numbers 85 and 86. As per this, if the bearing example, if you say 20 BC02, first two numbers indicate the bearing diameter. First two numbers indicate the bearing diameter. BC is the ball bearing code, This 02 is the series. Suppose in the first table, all the bearings will have 02. In the second table, all the bearings will have 03. Third table, 04 series, it will be 04 here. BC is ball bearing code. All the 3 tables you have got BC, 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 BC like this. Then first table BC02, second table BC03, third table BC04. The first two numbers indicate the diameter. If we say 50, 50 is the diameter, 40 is the 40 diameter. As per International Standards Organization, their designation of ball bearing is starting with 6. Deep groove ball bearings, all bearings will have a number starting with 6. Then second number indicates the series. So this is one example given here. 6204 is the number, 6 is the ball bearing, 2 is the series, and this last two numbers, bearing indicating number, multiplied with 5 will give you the diameter. International standards is that 6 is the number given for ball bearing, 2 or 3 or 4 is the series, and last two numbers multiplied with 5 will give you bearing diameter. So first table all the bearings are 62, second table all the bearings are 63, third table all the bearings are 64. Thank you very much. Please go through the data handbook and again replay the video. Thank you.